kind of a spy. I might not be a spy. Maybe you guys will tell me, maybe the pirates will tell me a compelling story. And we'll send Sarah packing. Need to keep having conversations with her. Make sure that when we get the chance, we trigger that companion quest she wants to do. I'm not going to try to marry her because I already did that whole routine with
instead of using it for exploration.
Andrasia. I think you can, but
I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next.
we'll just be good friends. Okay, can I? Okay, if you're not going to bring me there, I'm just going to go on my own, buddy. And I'm going to hang on to the evidence for right now.
Yes? What?
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
Do you have anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate point off the books. So
some older games.
He's got a lot to answer for.
I'm glad he surrendered. Didn't want to kill anyone. Yeah, you know. We'll take the shortcut.
Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices.
That wasn't a hard choice. I was just trying to impress the girl.
I'll do my part to make certain that doesn't happen, Commander.
He didn't ask you.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack neighbor's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana.
Oh, Hippie, I did it in a different character in the past, so I've gone through that. I've never tried to marry them both, and I think you can. You sent them knowing they'd be outgunned. Ecliptic is going to remember that. That was a clever way to ensure Neva's trust. You're super clever, Commander.
You have good news. Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Zygmunt, thank you for the confirmation. I thought so. I've just never tried it.
On your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you pass your first, but before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember.
I think she's going to kill me and take my ship, is what I find out eventually.
So don't let your...
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
Okay,
so
I'm with you.
What's next?
Yeah, I don't have any reason to lie to
Where
him.
you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background.
I can read sometimes,
You'll want
Zygmunt.
to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
And on the subject of the hate this game gets, what's going on here? Oh, I've got two profiles I'll read too. I'm going to talk about that before the stream is over. I'm going to talk about my theories on some of the things that I've read and watched and seen.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance.
Joke's on you, Commander. I'm always operating independently.
This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Foreshadowing.
On that note, shall we begin?
Should we need to engage with them, we will.
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. Dismissed. Thank you.
We don't have things are progressing rather quick.
I have evidence for you. Nope, we're not going to give her that yet. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really. No.
Doesn't she give me a gun at some point?
I
think I get a prize. Something's on your mind.
Yeah. Maybe. No.
It's not appropriate.
It's not really an appropriate.
Okay, maybe later.
Going over my private life. There are much more important things to be done. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But maybe we can.
I wonder, Zygmunt, if I could use manipulation, which would be pretty shifty, but you know, if you have it. Anyway. Let's just,
Good
we're going
luck
to be
on
done
the
with this
key.
for now. Let's go. Where are we going now? We're going to go to the key. Oh, that's so exciting. I actually like the key. That's the primary reason I side with the Crimson Fleet in the games that I do, is just I like the key. However, we now have Dazra. So we have another place. Although I couldn't find anybody in Dazra, I didn't check to see if they're selling shielded cargo and other items like that. So paying attention here. Seemed to me like there'd be a good opportunity there. I should go check. Shielded cargo, and then at some point in time, I don't know if anybody sells the 2 add-ons you get in this quest other than the key. So you want to get those and install them on your ship if you need them. But we'll get to that.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30.
Let's get a good seat for the fight.
Difference on 40% of
Buddy.
10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new
Good job.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did
Got anything
complete a
good?
favor.
No.
Now
No
toss
ammo.
this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air
Cigarettes.
freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something?
I stopped for cigarettes? I don't know. Back
Fair
off.
enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone.
Oh, good.
Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass.
Have you ever met a
All that
redeemed?
aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations.
Nice.
Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
Let's start walking, lady.
Story time. How delightful.
Anyway,
Glad you're amused, Sarah.
I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
I don't think there's any loot here that I care about. I don't need to be looting any of this.
So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies prison they call the Lock.
That's me sighing because I can't walk at the same speed as her. You know that, I know that, we all know that. Run, walk, run, walk. I would like the button that says walk at the same speed as the NPCs, please. Yes, Zigmund, that's what I want to. I'd like to have access to the
We've
key.
got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key,
Where are we going? Stop.
What the hell is
Okay.
this? All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get
gun
this,
up there.
I've got my hands full.
Nice.
Sweetie,
There's
I'm
another
trying to
gun.
give a tour here.
It's
You
well
wanna tell me
decorated.
why those
I
damn
like it.
doors are sealed?
I do like the vibe here.
Function, you know, that thing
Okay
I
with it.
spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up
Hi, Taryn.
and took over the key.
About time
Aludra.
you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired
Isra.
of fighting with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these bloods...
Yeah, I would definitely like to see the bigger ships in the space. The space stations seem fantastic. Like, that would be a real game changer. To be able to build your own station. And I thought there was a creation out there already that would let you do something like that, but I have not looked at it.
Yeah, sure.
Like to see that done officially.
I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations
Zuri,
and began
come on.
pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to pick my own modules for a space station, construct it all piece by piece. I'd farm any materials I needed. I would level any skills. I would chase that down as much as I could if I could have my own space station.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the...
Hold on. I'm not going to protect you from her vengeance. I am going to drink some of this, and I'm not going to have spaghetti. How about some cereal?
Bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it.
Come on.
Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
Haven't met Delgado yet. Come on.
These goods ain't exactly easy to find.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty
What are
much
you doing now?
anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left.
Why did she walk back over there and come back? That NPC threw her off her pathing.
Got the money. We don't run any
What she's
free
doing.
clinics up in here, you know?
Okay.
This is
Got
our
it.
final
Let's go. Let's get it.
Over there, you've got the last Nova.
There's a bar. Good. Why don't you introduce me to this fine gentleman over here with the bomb in his chest?
The Reckoner's Corps, run by the incomparable.
So much reckoning.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and
Little
this
jumpy.
Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices.
We are Varun pirates.
Yeah, love you
I
too,
think that's
dog.
our RP.
Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little part
Yeah,
copper
take
in
care
your
of me.
chest.
Can I get an ATM card with a dog on it?
Get you set up in our system.
Can you
I've
do
got real
branding?
work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information.
Yes.
Should
You're a weak
enemies
link
capture
without
me,
some
or
additional
I
mitigation
grew
for the
any
risk that you
semblance of a
represent.
moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind, and
Yep.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently.
Get it. Come on, dude.
No cyber runner.
Let's see, we have a Crimson Fleet mission board. Can I talk to it yet? No, not yet. I don't need missions, but
all you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Is he a priest?
The perfect segue into my
I don't think
final
that's what he meant.
subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, I've granted you all the If Neva's chosen one. No, I believe that covers all I have to say. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to.
Take a look at this kinetic.
All right, listen up.
Recoils
You can all
off.
stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Before we do this, just because I always forget, there's a magazine in here. Peak performance, unarmed damage. I'm not doing a lot of melee, but it's worth having.
Shot a few bullseyes at the wrench today. That's worth buying myself a drink.
I'll take your ammo too. Nice shooting range you got there, Hoss. There's bunks. Yeah, I'll come back for that later. There's a bunch of slates in there. I think a lot of it are the Crix interview. I think it's interesting to have at some point in time. It's not terribly important, but oh, Chief.
Ah, there's our other new recruits.
There you go, buddy.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business.
All
Two
right.
of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neighbor's ready to put her neck on the line and vouch for you.
Ever again.
Which means
It's so matter of fact, right? Let's just say they won't be joining us. You know. After what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me. I won't disappoint. I'm just waiting to cash in.
you and everyone else on these
Seems like a good pirate
follow
answer.
orders and you'll get paid. It's as simple as that.
Oh, thank you, Mowgli. Absolutely. Upstairs in his room. Make sure that's the thing to do is make sure you get all those things before you kind of destroy the place. Although I think a lot of the key is still accessible later. It's just
you stay loyal,
people aren't.
the consequences. Fleet before friends.
Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Oh, I forget though. I appreciate the reminders. I don't like taking orders. Hope that doesn't include fleet before breakfast, because I like to sleep late. Yeah, how about got it, boss. Yeah.
Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
Mathis.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks.
12 dead
You
Rooks.
think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story?
Why don't you
Crix's
go?
legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
We're definitely going to
I hope
help.
You're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits.
She shifted her story pretty quickly, didn't she?
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy...
Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy. I really don't want to know any of this. Fine, tell me about
Crix
it.
left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet...
I think this was like 100 years ago.
...settled systems.
I haven't looked at the timeline in a while, but it's been a while since he disappeared.
And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If
Or
we're
super
gonna
dead.
beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Super.
I actually like this
Dale's
next
leaving
area.
out
This
the
is
best
it's
part.
kind of cool.
That this Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Oh, are you doubting the boss?
When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System.
Thanks, Zygmunt. We will be unstoppable. Yeah, okay. We'll go along with it.
Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since
I mean, like
Mathis
it's on the
doesn't have a ship,
planet
he's going to
below
ride
us,
with me.
right?
I'll see you
I
down
mean, I
there,
guess the coordinates on the planet
be
are useful. I don't mean to make fun of him. I just met him. Yeah, I don't need to hear all that, do I? Can I go up and loot your room now? Before I forget. The Diary of Kayosuke Nagata. And evidently I can take your credits too, and you don't care. Crick's interview? I'll listen to that later. I do like all those, and for some reason... Refined Varun Inflictor. I don't need that either. Don't need any of these items. Just needed the book. Yeah, I got it, buddy. Go down. Go,
Doesn't matter what I think. I just keep my head down and my weapon hot. You should do the same.
go check stuff. All these doors are locked right now.
You can do whatever you want. Ooh, this job's gonna rake in.
Can I just fast travel down there? Proceed to the surface? Absolutely. Let's get there. Let's go for a little ice skating trip.
I wonder how many life forms are roaming this planet.
I don't even know what uniform I'm on.
Time to find out.
Why don't I have a helmet? I do have a helmet, don't I? Hold on, let's just make sure. Well, there at least I look a little legit. It's cold. Hey, the buggy's down here. I love the way this whole area looks. This has got a real nice... Oh, there you go. He doesn't have a helmet.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
That is why we're here. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
I think it's just that this is better lit, right? Because up on the
listen up, because I am only going to go through this once.
on the key,
We are here
he's so
to dig
dark
up
all the
any
time, but it
info
looks a little
about
better here.
Briggs' legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping. How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly
Do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, entangled.
If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this.
I keep meaning to make an entangled guide. I mapped it all out.
Yeah.
It's just a long and involved quest. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
I'm sure everybody's really impressed.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second here. I don't know if this is going to mess this up, but
Lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
I'm trying to figure out if do I have a spacesuit here that has some kind of thermal resistance. This is kind of nice. Thermal. What do I have? Shock troop. Deep recon. Star roamer helmet. Liquid-cooled Superior Zealot helmet. I don't know. I just like that one. Oh, it's far better stats. I just noticed I started taking some damage out there for no good reason. I like this Fang stuff. It's nice and all. Don't get me wrong, but... And Xenofresh clean suit? No. How about a hazmat suit for 15? What's it going to give me? Status effects. 85 thermal. Yeah, I like that better. I mean, it's kind of a weird looking suit, but whatever. Let's go put this Fang stuff in the box. It's a nice suit. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I need it. I don't know why I'm carrying that thing. Am I damaged too? Where's my heal weight? Take a 1 hour nap.
It's about time.
Yeah, the new Varun gear looks great. Here we go. So I'm at least I've got my health right. I'm just a little concerned, like if I don't speed run this thing, because I have the environmental stuff set up. If I don't speed run this thing correctly, I'm going to end up freezing to death for no good reason. Oh, did you guys throw a fight over here with a bunch of bugs? Thanks. Maybe these things we have to kill before they stop. That's about it. Hey Sarah, what are you doing? Who are you over here fighting?
There's gotta be something out there.
I have to kill all these things? Yeah, I'm gonna take damage either way. Where are all these dumb things? Come on, dice. More of them. Is that the last one? Is that it finally? Come on.
Here we are.
Can't believe this place is still standing.
Yeah? Oh, good. I don't want the place collapsing on us.
I've been down here several times in the last few years. As long as we keep the damage to a minimum,
Talk with Sarah Morgan.
we shouldn't have any problems. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out. This ID card cost a small fortune.
Open the door, buddy. What do they have?
We are in. Let's go.
Remember our last conversation?
Hold on.
When you... Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's
He'll
old
wait.
journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described
doesn't mean the same might not have been true for my predecessor. I'm sorry, predecessor.
Really?
Okay, why did I start this conversation?
After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just...
Yes, you like Aja. We get it.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, let's don't talk about Aja. Let's talk about us.
Different times.
Forget about
was the one who taught me
Andreja.
the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
Yes.
Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me?
No, I can't.
At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was...
Yeah, this should move her along pretty well.
Sitting back and watching...
We're not going to get any extra benefit because she won't be with us inside here, but...
way to really get to know someone. At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up
good.
the ladder.
I have my own rank.
You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift.
She's still alive.
No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could...
We will absolutely pay her a visit. I'll do the best I can to make our journeys just as pleasant. Yeah, that's great.
I didn't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself.
I can't be anything but that.
It's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change.
She has nothing in her background that compares to the trouble we've been up to. Okay.